Okay. Ah, there we go. Sorry about being late. I had a D&D session run a little bit later on me, and we were in a combat encounter that ran 40 minutes over. So normally I've got like an hour to prep things, but I had like 3 minutes this time. So I just was scrambling to get everything set up. All right, let's go ahead and reset the rotation on this guy. Very nice. So what I want is this, but upside down. All right, so the bottom layer is going to need some rivets and other things here. Okay, I'm going to start on that. Ugh. Yeah, this is Axel's model. I am going to carve out the undercarriage, some of the support structures here, and the wheels. They look like traditional CM6 wheels, but the tread is a little bit different. I'm thinking CM6 is probably not what we're going to be using for these models. Okay. So there's an engine structure under here that I'm going to have to get. Headlights are pretty much good. Blender is being used here. This model was handed to me by Axel. So it's me, Axel, and Newt. Newt is going to work on the 3D printing stuff. I'm going to be working on detailing and importing, and Axel gave us what you see here. So the general overall shape of the car has already been completed, which is nice because it pretty much captures the overall shape. Okay, so the back I think is also finished here. I am just going to go ahead and assign a material to these, if they have a different material. I'm going to go ahead and maybe that's it. Ambient occlusion, I'm going to go ahead and enable screen space refraction. And ambient occlusion as well. I'm going to go ahead and viewport screen space refraction. That should do it. The textured tail lights. How many cars fit in the garage without crashing the game? More than 200 cars. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the cars don't take up a whole lot of memory. It does seem to increase the instability of the game, though. All right, now that should do it. That should allow me to see right in there. Oh, now that makes sense. All right, I think I'm gonna grab the. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the taillights first. Let's take a look at what we got here. So this I'm going to say is basically just like painted on. So that's pretty much good the way it is. And then I'm going to divide these into different colors. So red, yellow, and then red again. Red. All right, do we have, okay. Textured taillights. I'm just going to use a basic emission shader for this, and then just assign it to that. Oh, I'm also going to set the base color to a full red. First three right here, assign that as well. And then these three I'm going to assign to yellow. Yellow emit. It's going to be a full. Let's do point. Oh gosh, point 2. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to grab that hex. Oops. Emission. And then assign that there. And I can mess with the colors later. And then how much experience do I have with Blender? Oh, X amount of hours. Let me take a look. Blender, I've got around 766 hours. Some of that is idle though. So I've got an okay amount of experience. There's a lot of things I could do better. So let's go ahead and paste this in, and then I'm going to change this from 0.2 to 0.05. There we go. Now I'm going to grab that hex and paste that right in there. And then I'm probably going to consolidate these later on. Just need to get the colors right for them renders. And it looks like there's a little bit of depth there. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Okay, I need to pick a thing and then I need to do it. So why don't we start with the engine? We could do this. Okay, I'm going to model this engine on a separate layer here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a cube. This will be our engine. And let's go ahead and mirror it. Enable clipping. Yeah, I just use Blender because it's free, and I have been using it for a while, and I understand how it works. And also it's free. And it's got some pretty good add-on support. And a lot of good video tutorials. And it runs well on my computer. And it is also free. And recently after the update, it's become a lot more user-friendly. And I could download it through Steam. And it's also free. And so that's been my motivation. I'm debating with myself whether or not I want to keep these air ribs. I'll worry about that later. Should you inset the window to make it easier to paint? Yeah, with a resin printer. I mean, with a resin printer, there's no reason not to. All right, so I've got one perspective for this engine, so I'm going to use a little bit of good old artistic liberty here when it comes to making this right here. So the engine block that it's on, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, that's about good. I want to make it about that big. Give myself another cube. Turn off clipping real quick. Then turn on clipping. All right, I've got the basic shape of the engine down. I just need to do the detail work. The hardest part about learning Blender is motivating yourself to do it, because it kind of like sucks when you want to model something, but you just can't figure it out. Like you just like, oh man, this sucks. And you just keep working it over and over and it just doesn't look how you want it to look. Oh man, protein bars. I got some nuts here too. Okay. And so that's the base, or the engine block. I'm going to just give this some bevels. Maybe. Hold on. What am I looking at here? Form usually follows function in engines, but I don't know how an engine works. So that is going to be trickier for me to figure out. All right. Looking good so far. Okay, that's the main shape of the engine. We're good there. I am just going to go ahead and make a curve object. Make it a busier. And mirror. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some mesh. I'm going to add a circle. And then I'm going to go ahead and set an object to bevel it to, if I can. Object, no? Profile? That's a profile. Okay, I need to make this circular. Oh wait, that's all that is. I just increased the resolution? Nope, that's not what that does at all. Object should do what I want it to. Start and end mapping. Or round. Ah, well, just round. Yeah, I'm just going to be using this month to like import different Accelron cars. And I don't know. I gotta do, for this one, before I start importing, I've got to finish the engine, which is what I'm working on right now. And then I've got to fill out the undercarriage. And then I got to decide if I want to keep these details or just leave them out. Because the rest of the model is complete. And then I got to do the tires. Okay. Uh-huh. Depths. Let's do 0.05. Nope. 0.01. That's better. Item. So there's only 2 control points. I'm going to need to change that. What am I looking at here? Ah, I see. So it actually starts here. These are very small. Let's do 0.001. Nope, too small. 0.005. Perfect. All right, and then I'm just going to take this and duplicate it here. Actually, why duplicate when I could just make an array? No, not that way. Perfect. Boop, boop, boop. The only weakness is that they have to be evenly spaced. They're also perfectly symmetrical. Ooh. Hey Axel, how you doing? I'll mess with the color scheme later after I've got the geometry like all kind of figured out. All right, so I'm actually going to extrude this. Oh, damn. You know what? Maybe extruding wasn't the best idea. I'm just gonna go all the way over here and then just like mess with this just a smidge. And then I'm gonna change this as well. Right there. If you're looking for more stuff to model, Axel, we've got a little bit of a backlog of stuff that could use attention. And we'll have to look at it. Well, hold on. I'm going to boot into distance real quick and then scroll through and make a little bit of a list. And then I'll send it your way. Stuff that needs to be remodeled, basically. That we don't have good models for. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do know that it exists. Whew. Oh, you have one with an interior? Yeah, that'll work. Ye old shirt sneeze. Why am I... This is why I never get anything done, is because I always go off on these tangents. And those moments where when I have, like, energy. Okay. So let's look at the teams. I think RDO 1 and RDO 2 are pretty good. RDO 3 is good. RDO 4 is good. RDO 5, I have a model from JMS, so that while that does need to be replaced, that's also good. RDO 7, I'd say that's good. RDO 8, yeah, it's good. I mean, if you want to do interiors, then that also works. RD 10, RDO 9. The rest of these are just flavor. That just needs a new texture. Flathead Fury. Maybe. That model is looking a little bit outdated, so I'll just put that on the list. Hollowback could definitely use a better interior. Jackhammer, same situation. I think the model is okay. except for some shading issues that I would probably want to fix. But that's nothing that I couldn't handle. Jaw hammer. Maybe. Old Smoky, I think, is probably okay. Pile driver? I don't know. I kind of like it, but I might be biased. New tires, maybe. Power bomb could use something where the interior is, or I could just replace it with a material that isn't transparent. Riveted is the one we're using is currently your model, and I don't see any problems with it. Roadrunner, we have a new model from JMS actually on that, so I think we should be good there. If we want to get an interior for Rolling Thunder, that would also be good. Let's see. What else do we have? Accelron? Maybe. Might be nice to get a new model for that as well. Anthracite, carbide. Carbide, I think, is probably one of the few times where I've modeled something and not gone back on it and been like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of problems with this. I'm actually, it's quite a charming design, but maybe that one too. Cove Light. We could use a new Cove Light model. This game one doesn't really, I don't really like it. The Iridium we're using is from JMS. I like it. Metalloid. Honestly, I think this Metalloid is actually pretty good. I don't really have a problem with it. Nitrium. Oh, we need a new Nitrium. Nitrium, I think, is going top of the list. Oh, you did? You already made Cove Light? Octanium. I guess I'm okay with that too. Technetium. We need a new Technetium. Titanium. I'm actually okay with titanium. That's your baseline that we're using. Also your battle spec. That's JMS's Chicane. This Diora 2 was ripped from the Infinite Loop game. So maybe Diora 2. I think you've already got a Diora 2 model though. Drift Tech, I'm happy with that. High voltage. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like this model. I don't really have any problems with it, but it could also use like interior. Nightlife. That's the one that just got made. I'm still happy enough with this that I feel like we don't need a new one immediately. Power Rage, we're using your model. I think it's great. Realms Truck, I don't know, I'm just going to ignore that. Slingshot, we're also using your model. Spectite, that's JMS's. Synchro, we are using your model. We could use a new acceleron car. I could just give you the file and you can fix some of the proportion issues because I don't like the way the front end looks. Like, that's the main thing. Like, the front end just like... If you could just fix the front end, then that, I think, would fix that. So that's barely any work. And that should be it, actually. Yeah, Flathead Fury without body panels. All right, let's get back to this engine. Whoop. I'm actually going to change the factor just a little bit here. Spread these out a teeny bit more. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I'm pretty happy with the test vehicle's design, except for the front. The front, I think needs to be changed. All right. Let's see. We need some grooves here. So let's go ahead and get that. No, that's not right. That is not right. So the proportions have to be a little bit more. They have to be moved in. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Maybe if I move this above, then... Oh, yep, that's it. So all I have to do with this, move it out a little bit. So GX, and then I'm also going to go G. I think that's good. He did make a flathead, huh? I'd be interested in seeing that. That'd be cool. Oh, no, wait. I think I remember. This was the movie accurate one. Okay. I'm also going to move those up just slightly. And then I'm also going to move this up just slightly. And then let's go ahead and it's definitely not a downward inset. What is it? What am I looking at? They're all being curved in. So I think this probably... matches it a little bit better. And I've got to convert that to mesh. And then I got to figure out how I want the rest of the engine to play with it. I think I'm actually just going to raise this. All right, it's coming together. So I'm just going to convert that to mesh. And then also give this a mirror. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and offset this. Is there a way to like grow this bigger? Like outward in all ways? How goes the modeling? So far so good. Axel's already got a majority of it done. I'm just working on engine parts and other detailing at the moment. Appropriate that you've got a red name for this stream, seeing as it's your design. Okay, so first off, I'm going to need to change the shading. Secondly, I'm going to need to extrude scale 0.1. Oop, 1.1. 0.2. 5. 0.5. 0.5 is good. Extrude scale 1.5. Extrude scale 1.5. And then I'm just gonna how do I connect these? Bridge edge loop. What is it? Control E. Bridge edge loop. Bridge. Bridge. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get a Bezier curve. And then RZ90, RY90. Go ahead and get some round offset to about there. Great. All right. SC0, so flatten that. If you have any notes on the design, then let me know. Because I am just trying to figure it out to the best of my ability. And I may get things wrong. There we go. Good with that. Nope. Turn off auto smooth here, and then I'm just gonna get some oh wait, that's not what that does. How do I mark sharp? Oh, like that. Mark sharp. I guess what I'd really want to do, whoops, is this. Alrighty. Now it's time for the other parts of the engine. I'm giving all of this the metallic material. And we were going right back into textured mode, so we can't even see it. Okay, so we've got most of the piping, the tubing. Oh yeah, there are church bells, aren't there? Oops. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh, bevel. Bevel and then inset. Oh, that's awful geometry. I think I'm actually just going to bevel this. And then let's go ahead and bevel that corner. Actually just going to bevel this first. Then I'm going to bevel this. Actually, I'm going to bevel these first. Then I'm going to bevel these. Oh, wait. I needed to add some... Yeah, needed to add those first. Because these need to be inset up. Actually, no. I just needed to inset the entire thing. Oops. Yeah, just needed to inset the entire thing. All right. And then I'm going to give this block a few bevels here. Don't utter the cursed word. So mesh, I'm gonna go grab a UV sphere. Shrink that to 0.1 of its size. Make it real small. Actually, I'm going to use a cylinder, and I'm going to change the number of vertices to 8, because I don't need that many. Because that's also much lighter on performance. And then we are going to mirror and then array, and drag the array up. And then why don't we just turn on cavity. I'm also going to bring these up to where they will actually be visible. So let's change the factor here to right there. Perfect. I think that about does it for the engine. Are we missing anything? I'm going to bevel this. Bevel this entire thing. Cool. All right, time to apply the modifiers, and then, oops, apply those modifiers. All right, so let's go ahead and push that down just a little bit more. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this here. And let's mess with the screen space refraction there. The exhaust headers. Yeah, that's where I'm going, unfortunately. I'm probably going to shrink this a little bit. I'm going to set origin to geometry. Origin on exit is perfectly centered. Right there. Move there. Material preview. All right. And I remember that you had to change a few settings in the render about screen space, reflections, volumetrics, shadows, indirect lighting, film. There's a way to make it semi-transparent. Oh, you just turn that up. Forgot. And I'm going to turn the IQR down. IQR of 1, there has to be no distortion. Am I messing with the right material? Yes, I am. Ugh. What did I have it as? Purple. Here we go. Let's desaturate it a little bit. Weird. That's not right. Well, whatever. We've got the engine. Now we need the oil pan. Need some holes in the back face culling. Why do we want back face culling? Turn the blend mode to alpha. Nah, I don't think that'll do anything. Never had to mess with that before. That did something. I have it set up on another thing. I'll just mess with it later. Wasting time. Okay. Next we've got the undercarriage and exhaust systems. And then we've got to work on an interior. So the bottom of this needs to be assigned a black material. Alpha blend and then reduce the alpha value? I could have sworn I did it differently before. Okay, so that's the... So I need some rivets. Well, first let's try that alpha blend. Reduce the alpha. Oh, there it goes. That looks pretty nice. Okay, so I need some grooves and undercarriage work here. I'm going to remove this section. As well as from here up to about here. Okay. And then potentially I've got frets here, grooves that I'll need to carve into there. Floor pans, huh? Maybe that is what they are. Okay. So I'm going to work on the detailing here just a little bit. Transmission, got it. Now I'll focus on this square bit here. I'm going to actually modify the bottom here. And for these curves, I'm actually just going to add geometry because the mesh is not equipped to deal with that. actually just going to go right here, and then let's see how this looks first. Looks like sharps are working this time. It didn't seem to like me last time I tried it. Looks okay. That looks okay. Looks alright. I think I'm just going to add geometry. Oh no, my undo limit has been changed. I'm going to switch that back. Boop. Well, in that case, oh no, how am I going to restore this? This will be a great opportunity to try out the grid fill function. Span. Offset. Almost. All right. Clearly this part is throwing it off. Grid fill. Wow, that is a lot of bad shading. Let's see if we can get that out of there by clearing sharps. Gotta be normals. Normals. How do I flip normals again? Theoretically, these are fine. Just the auto smooth. Weird. The normals for this section must have gotten messed up. Okay. Where was I? What was I doing? Why don't I leave that for another day or another time? I'm just gonna work on the new meshes. No, I need a new mesh. So this is going to be transmission or the oil tank or whatever. Should I make this wider to accommodate kind of like a more visible size difference, or should I just shrink the one that I move over here? That's the real question. Yeah, I got Audacity. I use it to do audacious things. So this back here, I'm guessing, is some sort of like larger engine. Panel cover. Okay. Interesting. Just covers the top of the transmission. All right. So I don't have to worry about modeling the stuff in there too much. That's good. All right. Yeah, if you have extra reference images, that you be to receive them. Yeah, the eventual design is going to be a little bit boxier. Let's go ahead and grab a Bezier curve. Ports are connected by a large tube. Active exhaust system. Okay. Fed into smaller exhaust tube and trails through the body, past the transmission into the slide space of the engine. Okay. I'm just gonna copy what I see here, and then we can make revisions. Just set that right here. Kind of stagger it. Ah, that's a good reference for an active exhaust system. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab this and this. I'm gonna move them. What the hell? Oops. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and mirror this. Ooh, pick of Axel's flathead. Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, that's the one I remember seeing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind importing that one into the game. Certainly much more handsome looking than what we're using right now. All right, I'm going to straighten out these exhaust pipes a little bit. Might be necessary to kink them. Just a tiny bit. A little bit kinked. That'll be okay. Now all I have to do, since these are in the right place, is change the scale. GX 0.1. GX 0.01. Solve vertices. X 0.01. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of digging the swan design a little bit more. You heard kinked, not kinky, Newt. All right. And now it is time for another one of these. I think that's actually a cylinder. Then I have to figure out what's going on with the shading here. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to clear custom split norm. Yep, that did it. That did it. Yep. But now it looks, actually, no, yeah. It's just the custom split normals that did it. Looks about the same. The Accelron cars? Yeah, I think I had a few of them. Like as a kid. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put those back in black. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these 3 in here. You hit the sand? No. Oh, I thought it was I hit the sack. I don't know the lyrics to that song well enough to get the reference. Okay. That might be a problem. Doesn't matter. I'll deal with it later. They're from Brazil. Alright, now I just need to solidify that. I wonder if I can solidify just lines. I'm going to separate that and then see if I can get what I want with the solidify mod. Ooh, yeah, you can! Offset. Even thickness. Fill. Maybe a bevel modifier. No. I really should make this like completely geographically or geographically. So it's a perfect square. Geo something. Wow. Hot Wheels games. This is something I can weigh in on. I've played Hot Wheels Unleashed. I've played Stunt Track Challenge. I've played World Race. I played World's Best Driver. I played Planet Hot Wheels. I played the Turbo Driver game that they released with the little controller that you had to put the die-cast. They called them cartridges that you had to put those into. I played that. Out of all of them, I think Stunt Track Challenge was far and away my favorite. Build this, mate. Geometry nodes? No, that's too advanced for me. Generate. Sorry, did I say Hot Wheels Unleashed? I meant Hot Wheels Ultimate Driving. Or Ultimate Racer, or whatever it's called. Okay, I know what I need. Now all I need to do is just get it. Wireframe. I need to use the wireframe modifier. Perfect. I think I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. But first, geometry to, woo, origin to geometry. Yeah, do like that. And flatten a little bit. I think that's what I want. No, that doesn't look right. Well, for starters, it's about that big. So I just have to shrink this a little bit more. And then set the origin, so cursor to world origin to 3D cursor, and then we're going to want a mirror on this too. So this one's got to be bigger. It's got to also have I'm going to need clipping turned on. Distance is funny because it's like an action. The reason it's a better quote unquote fan game is because it's just a better game. Like it was produced by professional developers who went to college for this shit and had 8 years to polish it, as well as adequate funding, and that was their primary job. It's just like a better like environment for a fan game. We want more thickness. Let's do right here. Crease edges. Material offset. Boundary? Offset. Modified double wishbone axle. Semi-dependent from each other. Oh boy. Car language. No, I just want to bisect this one. Oh. No matter. Let's do the depth actually 0.01. I'm going to make these metal. These are going to be metallic as well. There we go. Double wishbone. Whew. All right, this is going to be an adventure. I feel like that's a majority of the undercarriage. It's just right there. And then we just need to make this a little bit bigger. That actually looks almost right. looks pretty right. I'm gonna need to tweak it a little bit though. The main thing is it isn't round. I need to figure out a way to use the wireframe modifier to... Oh! That helped. All right, well, we got an engine. We got some of the suspension. And some of the exhaust. And it only took like 2 hours. All right. Well, I may have a little bit more time. See how things are going. Yeah, would that I could, man. I can't dedicate, 2 hours consecutively, just like willy-nilly. 12-hour stream. Oh, man. Yep. When did I start? I try and keep it to 2 hours. 10 minutes. 10 minutes late I started. It gives us an extra 6. Okay. All right. Time to bevel the shit out of this. I'll bevel the shit out of this as well. Most of it right there. All right. I think next we need wheels. Back up to 32 vertices right here. Wow, perfect. Flawless wheels. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about the UI interface, developer extras. Python tooltips. How do we get viewport? What's the... Oh, right. I just have to see the statistics. 20,000. I'm at 20,000 right now. Yeah. If we wanted to print these things out, we'd have to do some adaptation. I'm going to have to work on the wheel another time. I'm going to need to do some thinking and some browsing on wheel designs. We'll have to talk about it a little bit. Oh yeah, I remember. We were gonna use the Steelies. I remember. I'll have to make some Steely models and then use them. Okay, let's see. We got 2 more minutes. What do we have? What do we have left? Steelies. All right. So how do I do these? One inset. Actually, first inset is without any weight distribution. Then there's a second inset. Then a third. Then another inset. Then another. And then this is the inset where it actually kind of... Alright. I should probably have the Steelies on the background. So that's that layer. All right, I'm gonna scale this a little bit up. There we go. That's better. Alright, and then in the very middle, there's a hole. And the rest of it I can make with Boolean modifiers. Alright. I'm going to call it here. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you all next Saturday for presumably the same stream.